Almost forgot. Welcome to the FOH podcast. We are back. Season 2, episode 11. Woo. What's up, my peoples?
What's up? What's happening?
Man.
What's going on, Inch? Pete, what's cracking?
Man.
What's the 411?
It's a wonderful night.
That's right. What's the 411 for the night?
Oh, we going there. We going there. Yes.
Well, welcome to Motivation Monday, baby.
Uh-oh, he said the magic word.
The race is on.
The race. You know, failure is not an option. I got on my never give up shirt.
That's right.
You know, because it's Motivation Monday. This is when we really, you know, you put motivation first. Tough times all the time, but what they say about tough times, tough people outlast tough times. Every time. And here we are, y'all. We still here chopping it with one another. We're going to be in the chat a whole lot more often. You know, I've been trying to focus on my audience that actually watch the show afterwards. You know what I'm saying? They watch or listen on Spotify and, you know, listen on Apple, and iHeartRadio. You know we're somewhat of a thing. We on the come up.
Yeah.
I only tout that because, you know, we love our subscribers. So if you're new to the show, make sure that you hit the subscribe button. If you love
the
show,
like button.
Yeah, hit the like button and leave a comment. And that's why we open the chat, and we want to make sure that everyone knows. Please, we like to hear your voice. And if you you throw something in the chat, boop, we pop it up on the screen. You know what I'm saying? We talk about it. We we want to hear your input. That's what we're here for. It's the Fuck Out of Here podcast. Usually it is our tradition, you know, to uninvite a guest. You know, everybody doesn't get to just sit with us every episode. They do something or say something and get themselves booted out the club just for the night. They can come back any other time. Now, I don't know. Maybe we will throw someone out later. It just it happens sometimes that way as well. I'd rather start this Motivational Monday in particular. Okay? Caesar's greetings. We want to talk about motivation. I want to ask Luck to share with us a story that he might find that others, would find motivation in, if you will.
Oh, okay. I remember I was in my 20s. I was doing pretty bad. And even though I went to school and, you know, got a little education, you know, somewhere I just took a wrong turn. So I was in downtown LA and I was homeless. I was hustling and I was homeless. And I remember this older gentleman who had like vending machines and all this little different stuff. And he used to help people out. So one day I just like, hey, brother, can you, help me out, like get something to eat, got a little change, and he told me no. And I was like, why? He told me no, like dead. He looked me in my face and told me no. And I was like, why? I see you help everybody else out. He said, because you don't need to be down here. You're not the type to be down here. And if I help you, you will never leave. You will never get out.
Man.
And being in downtown LA, it is not the place to be, And I didn't get it at first. But then when I picked myself up and got the fuck up out of downtown, I realized what he was doing. He was motivating me to do something with my life. You see what I'm saying? And guess what? No matter how bad it gets, no matter if you've been to the pen, no matter if you was homeless, you know what I'm saying? Big, small, whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? You could change your situation if you really want to change it, you know? And it took that brother to tell me no, to do so.
That's heavy. The best way that he could help you
was not helping me.
Actually not to help you. That's
exactly. You know, so I just tell anybody out there, man, look, sometimes tough love is the best love. You know what I'm saying? Because if you would have helped me, he probably would have been right. I probably would have never made it out of downtown. And I probably would have been living to this day. Because I know kids who grew up down there and they never left. They really never left. You know, so look, just like I said, if somebody tell you no, you know what I'm saying? It may be because either they don't have it or they just trying to tell you like, hey, you need to get up off your ass and do it. And if my big ass can go to work, hustle, and do whatever is necessary to make sure that things is right, then anybody can.
That's so deep. That's so deep that it reminds me of a very simple and basic, right? Analogy about the mother bird, right? The mother bird, look, she knows from experience that the chicks can fly. She'll kick them out the nest. She knows that they can fly. He knew you could fly. No more, no more. You know what I'm saying? For you, it was like none, period.
Exactly.
So you definitely, you know, you already had it. And it's great because you could have lost it. You know what I mean? You could have lost it. That's, you know, that's sentience for you. You know what I mean? A little different than a bird, like a parlor. Parlors, they can't fly. You know, their DNA, it just does not allow them to fly. They can flip, they can roll on the ground. It's a pigeon, if you don't know. They can't fly. So, you know, we can. So that's major. That's major right there. That's heavy. Thanks for sharing that with us, Big Luck.
Oh, no doubt, man. We speak the truth on the podcast, baby.
The race is on.
Yes. I love that. I love that. Where should we go first? Should we go to, I don't want to say it. Let me.
No, go ahead and say it, bro. Go ahead and say it.
Gotta dig into my bag of tricks.
Uh-oh.
Let's go on the trippy timeline, y'all. Let's start there today. How does that sound to y'all? Trippy timeline, here we come. So you know the homegirl. I don't know. I don't know. It's a word I used. Either way, singer, you know, Chicago-based singer, Anne Marie. We played the 911 call, right, on a previous episode. She's been accused of shooting her friend, right, in the head at a hotel. Go back, check that episode out because the 911 call is, give you goosebumps. Give you goosebumps. You know, I didn't even really want to, you know, make any assumptions, especially at that point. But either way, she says it was an accident. If you didn't know, telling the police that the gun fell off the table. All right. She snatched her towel. She going to take a shower. Gun fell off the table. Plop, plop. Police have other accusations. Her bond, would you believe? She had a bond. So 60 G's. I mean, yeah, 60 G's. She was allowed to travel even for work on her bond. The victim did survive. That might be a big part of it, right? You think people get shot in the head, and like I told you, a friend of our family's been shot in the head. Woo! You know, nearly as many times as 50 Cent was shot all over. Just in the head, though. But survived, you know what I'm saying? And leads to typically a normal life. But either way, I don't know his condition, but she has been ordered not to have contact with him. But she is, because of another shooting, a childhood friend of hers, I guess, was involved. And so she's on house arrest. That may be the reason why she even got bond, as well as the fact that the victim survived. I don't know. We'll see as everything kind of rolls out. Hey, man, I wish her the best. I wish her the best. I don't know what in the world is going to go on with. It's a lot of cases in our industry right now.
Yeah, no.
Funny thing I would like to mention, and maybe I'll pull up some details about it as well. Donald Trump is on a freaking, pardon passing out mission right now, right? They're talking about it in the White House. They got all kind of stuff to say. They say Donald Trump is offering presidential pardons to people who haven't even asked for them. Okay? This is what's going on in the White House, all right? One source said that he would pardon every person he talked to. He don't know how much of that is a joke, but that's what he said. So he's said to be considering preemptive pardons for up to 20 of his associates, including his children, his son-in-law, and his personal lawyer, of course, Rudy Giuliani. Right? He's just out there, like they say, like he's discussing pardons, busting in meetings, and giving out pardons like Christmas gifts. At least discussing who needs one, who would like to have one. Yeah. So, on that note, you got people like this, you might want to holler at the president before he leaves office because, he own one. Kodak Black, shit. I thought it was a long shot. Might be wrong. Might be the reason why Weezy was up there taking pictures doing a photo op during election time. It's a possibility. But we're going to get deeper into that later in this episode because I wouldn't miss that for the world. That will be in Rhyme and Reason later. I thought In Time might have something to say about that.
I actually do, because Giuliani's not even in jail yet. How you gonna get a pardon before you even go to jail?
That's the crazy part is most of the people that he's giving these pardons to, pardoning, aren't in prison yet. Yeah, because a lot of them pled guilty.
Right.
So, I don't know how, some people, I think Joel Santana, a couple other people I know that were at least on television and got sentenced and they had so much time before they actually had to go and do their time. So I don't know. I don't know how that worked. I ain't never been indicted. Knock on wood. Y'all ain't got no reason to do that to me. They'll come up with some shit though, apparently. Either way, let's keep it rolling with Trippy Timeline, y'all. There we talked about Keyshia Cole and Ashanti, right?
Uh-oh.
The last time I talked about it, we brought it up here on the show. People was just like, yeah. But I was like, I think either way, uh, it was canceled, and so the internet went mad. Showed me something new. If you didn't know, yeah, they were set up. We talked about it on Firewater Friday. It was canceled because Ashanti tested positive and wouldn't be able to do the battle. She wouldn't be able to battle it out, y'all. You can't. You gotta get tested. I'm pretty sure they got everything all professional on that side, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, she posted a video talking about it. She said, never in a million years did she imagine that she would test positive. Okay. And was, you know, excited and still ready at that time. Because I'm guessing they did it probably, you know, some hours before they were going to actually go and do the setup. Right. And that's when she, or maybe it was the day before. Either way, she got the results just briefly before everything would start. And goodness gracious, it blew her mind. So she was still ready to do it. And I think they wanted to try and do something via, you know, broadcast or something like that. But it was too late. As far as, you know, the two singers going head to head, I thought it would be something fun. I thought it would be nice. You know? What do y'all think?
Honestly, I don't want to see that shit.
I thought you like R&B.
I do. When it's like the Temptations or, you know what I'm saying, the Whispers, or I'm old school, bro. You know, don't get me wrong. Keyshia Cole and Ashanti got some cuts. You know what I'm saying, but their catalog ain't as deep as some other people's catalogs. You know, so I mean, if you're gonna go there, at least get somebody with a deeper catalog.
I got you.
You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, to each their own. So whatever they want to watch or whatever is just, is like I said, that's just is not my get down, you know.
Yeah.
And to Ashanti, I hope she gets well fast. You know what I'm saying? You know, and hopefully they do it. You know, have a virtual battle. I'm just, like I said, I'm a little old school, so you know.
I understand. No, I get it. And to be completely honest, you know, most of the people I know, I know people on different, in different generations, but I'm usually around people that are from, you know, 70s, 60s, you know, even some 50s,
yeah, I mean,
you know, so.
You gotta think about it, bro. I mean, these are the times where, you know, the youngins are learning. Ashanti and Keyshia Cole are in a different era. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
And I think it's the times as far as of what we going through. There's no concert, so these people get out here doing whatever they want to. They gotta do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's real too. And I think that's one of the reasons why it's actually not canceled, for the record. So for everybody who threw, you know, a fit, I had a more descriptive analogy, but we'll leave that one at the zoo.
Right.
For everybody that threw a fit, they will be back January 9th. They're going to do it again. So if you're still looking forward to it, you bought the singles, copped those albums, right? Turned up the radio, watched those videos over and over, you know? I mean, both the artists put out a nice body of work and did some crazy numbers, okay? So I can't imagine everybody, right, that supported these singers have just become uninterested in them over the years of their hiatus, right? So, I mean, Ashanti right now has, you know, 6 million followers. I think it was 5.8 million followers or something like that. I don't know. Keyshia Cole way up there. So, yeah, you know, I figured maybe it wasn't a lot of people that would be interested, but I was wrong. Because when I went on Twitter, oh my goodness, it was crazy, right? On Twitter, it looked like a lot of the ladies out there, right? Were throwing baby shower like Verzuz parties, right? They had bartenders at their house, chairs set up all in the living room, flowers around the TV,
Wow.
you know, got the pictures up on the wall. It was mind blowing. I couldn't believe it. I didn't know people were that deep into the, you know, maybe not into the Verzuz itself, but into the, you know, the artist. So that's pretty dope. I was shocked, you know. So that's why everybody was jumping on Ashanti. They was mad, but y'all be all right. January 9th, okay? Keep it like that. January 9th, y'all be all right. We keep it going. Tripping timelines, y'all. It's Motivation Monday. Speaking of Verzuz, what do y'all think about the Verzuz that's going to come before that one with the Bay Area Kings, E40 versus Too Short?
Nah, that's the good one.
Ooh, that's gonna be hot.
That one is hot. We got somebody in the chat.
Okay. All right. Okay, let me pay more attention to the chat, y'all. I told y'all I'll be missing stuff. Baby D said that for lying. She could have canceled the day before. Just a waste of time. A waste of folks' time. That's how you feel, Baby D?
We agree with you.
Hey, she always got something to say.
Honestly, there are a lot of people standing with Baby D right now because that's, you know, I didn't bring it on the show. Baby D brought it on the show. I won't say it.
You know, one day we need to bring Baby D on the show so we can hear what she really had to say.
Good luck with that one.
It's kind of crazy because when I watched her Instagram video, Baby D, she was sniffling and coughing a little bit. I know you can fake that too, but you know, I don't know. But y'all heard Baby D, you know. Okay, you got me. You got me.
And I'll still send your ass to school.
My mama would too.
She said now that one with the Too Short E40 is gonna be live. We all agree.
Yeah, I'll watch that.
And the Snoop Dogg were shiznits.
So who do y'all think is gonna win that Verzuz?
I don't know, man.
Bro, I
don't know, bro. But I hate to say it, I'm a fan of the man E40. You know what I'm saying? You know. So I don't know, man. I might have to give it to because E40 consistently dropping albums, man. Every time you look up, this man got an album out.
But
I
don't know, bro. I mean, I'm an E40 fan too. And
DJ Inch.
My man Short Dog, that boy got some shit to talk.
Oh, no doubt.
He got some shit to talk. Yeah.
You should be getting it. Getting it good. Ah! I tell you though.
The freaky tales.
Woo!
That I tell so well.
To put it like this, E40 got some old classics. I think Too Short has more old classics.
I don't know, man.
I think Too Short has more old classics because he was that pioneer, right? It's like he was, oh my goodness, it's difficult to describe.
No, because man, look,
I know he
look,
got Sprinkle Me Main, and he what else he got? What else?
Look, the mailman, man. Look, Captain Saver. Captain Saver Hole was my shit. You know what I'm saying?
I had that nigga Short Dog's tape before he even got picked up, bro.
And to me, that's the point that I'm trying to make, is that Too Short had him, but he was like moving seriously independent. Don't get me wrong, 40 does that. But I'm saying the hits that we heard from 40 seemingly came in sooner as far as, label shit than Too Short in his career. So there's tapes like DJ Inch High is talking about. I think slappers on there, everybody across the nation wouldn't know those. A lot of them came from the trunk.
And he got a song called The Trunk.
I'm telling you. And that's why I say, as far as hits, early on, I think that I'm tired of y'all. I'm sick. Y'all making my head hurt with this one.
Now, let's see. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna go with 40. So
that's your error. That's your error.
I can't. It's gonna be a good one. I'm gonna figure it out as that happens. Y'all gonna sit with us and watch that one, because that's gonna be lit. We need to figure out what day that one is, precisely what time is going on, and maybe we'll do a live and we'll watch it together.
That'll be fire. Baby
D says, "Ooh wee." I don't know. Too Short is a nasty motherfucker. He got classics. E40 got true lyrics with more messages. Ooh. Dropping knowledge.
Here we go.
Hey, Baby D, that's what the fuck I'm talking about.
Y'all don't be scared of Baby D now. Get up in that chair. She don't bite.
Baby D gangster on that one.
Right.
All right. Well, we're going to figure that one out as it happens, y'all. So right now, we're going to go ahead. We're going to move forward and get into the next segment of the show. And I can't whistle. Flag on the play. You know what that reminded me of? When I was doing Gridiron Gang. And Omari, who play Ghost. He came on the field and started busting. Bop, 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 bop. You seen the movie Gridiron Gang?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I completely just messed up one of the takes. And because the first time they did it, I wasn't paying attention. I was having a conversation with someone. We were networking. It happens. And they started the scene. I wasn't paying attention. And he started shooting. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Police skirting up. And then I looked around me, and everybody I was talking to was on the ground going, "Get on the ground, get on the ground."
Wow.
The gunshots didn't make me get on the ground. I don't know. Weird.
Because you're an East Sider.
You hear them too much.
Riders.
Hold on, who's shooting? Stupid.
Are those really shots?
Well, yeah. You playing gunshots on the flag on the play. Gridiron Gang style. So I don't know if you guys know what Clubhouse is. Nope. Anybody in the chat know what Clubhouse is? Because I didn't. Either way, 21 Savage was, you know, he was awarded by the internet the other day for being a great mediator between a couple rappers. Honestly, I don't know who was talking sometimes, but I did know when 21 Savage was talking because his voice stood out. But some people, they were it's an emotional conversation. So, people's voice changed from the one that they rap with. Only person that voice never changed is DMX's. I heard DMX growl one time. I'm like, how did he even do that? He didn't open his mouth or nothing. He was just talking. The way I said, that's actually damn good. But either way, I didn't know who was talking all the time. But a bunch of people were on this Clubhouse. They all have a conversation on it. I guess it's live on the internet. Maybe it's an app. Damn it, I'm so behind on this shit. I'm so busy though. But either way, so Akademiks, right? And Meek Mill and others alongside of 21 Savage were having a conversation about Akademiks' career as a vlogger, dealing with his early videos, right? Where he, discussed and scrutinized things that were happening in Chicago, and having accountability was the conversation. So 21 Savage was basically, just kind of mediating the conversation. Goodness gracious. For me, I listen, it's like a 2.5 hour conversation. It's difficult to listen to the whole thing. I listened to some of it. I looked at some highlights. I probably listened to the first 45 minutes, but they change subjects sometimes and get off the important topic. So, either way, it's pretty deep. I think it might have been Tory Lanez that was saying Akademiks may not have known, but he was throwing gas on the flames, right? Not just reporting. This is what he was saying, right? I don't know if y'all listen to those videos, watch those videos that Akademiks was doing in his early career, but he put tags on people. For example, he called one person that was, in the news and stuff like that in the streets of Chicago. He called him the Grim Reaper. He put tags on different people, and basically the rappers were saying that highlighted and made that person more of a target because they were known in the media now as basically like a kingpin. You want to take out the main person, is him. That's the one. And they use Akademiks' channel to do these things. That's what the conversation was saying. So, Akademiks talked a little bit about accountability, but he never took any. Okay. I only heard him say, I learned a lot about accountability, but he kind of refused to just, do it right there. He says that he posted accountability videos in the past. He said that he did it when he played video games and he's live streaming. He talked about that kind of stuff. The artists were saying, Meek Mill was saying we didn't see that. They basically were saying, do it now. While everybody's here listening. And he just kind of said that he's already done that before. It gets to a point where it's like, well, what do y'all want me to say? It reminded me of that moment where Donald Trump in the debate was like, they were like, would you denounce, these racist groups? Mm-hmm. He said, yeah, I denounce them. He said, but we want to hear you do it specifically. He said, what do you want me to say? You tell me what you want me to say. And then he said the KKK and the Proud Boys, and then he responded, Proud Boys, stand back, stand by. That's Akademiks kind of reminded me of at that time, because he was like, it was like precisely parallel to that shit. So I'm not ragging on him, because I do recognize one thing. 21 Savage was saying, let's accept what he has said and move on, because we have enough beef. So I guess that's why, everybody was hailing 21 Savage. What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about Akademiks past? And, it was even a lot of stuff about Tekashi 6ix9ine, and positions that he played and things that go beyond just journalism. And, the fact that he is emotionally tied to a lot of these people because they became his friends. And so certain things that he put out may not have been things that a journalist might say, or a vlogger who is not friends with these people.
Well, for one, in journalism, there's no such thing as favoritism. You can't play favorites. For two, he does put labels on people that put people at risk. I mean, and he made his money. He actually got rich off of it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He is the black version of Vlad, basically, in my eyes, when it comes to certain shit. You used people's sorrow, their pain, their anguish, you know what I'm saying? And you put it out there, and basically you do take accountability for your actions and the shit you do. At least apologize, say sorry. Damn, how hard is it? They say that I fucked up and I was wrong, and then move on. You see what I'm saying? So, but everybody's not capable of doing it. Everybody don't have that, you know what I'm saying, about them to even say, I'm sorry that I fucked up. So I think that he do need to take accountability for some of the shit he's done. You see what I'm saying? Make amends to some of these people that he wronged. You see what I'm saying? And some of these labels that he put on people. You know what I'm saying? And then go from there. Other than that, yeah.
I agree. I think it's kind of like understanding like a vlogger's motives, right? That publicly calls himself a bitch and wants you to know for a fact publicly that he is not a street guy, so that he's excused from consequences, right? What can you say about a person like that? He was asked, like, I think Meek Mill asked him, do you have any morals or principles? Right? And 21 Savage basically, said every man does, but his are different than ours, right? And so this is where I want you to think about some things, right? As far as what I have to say on this. When you're talking about principles, you're talking about integrity, okay? And that's dealing with choices between your values and what you might gain. And that's why Luck made a fantastic point when he said, well, he got rich, because that is what we're talking about here when we're talking about morals and principles, right? That's integrity. Martin Luther King Jr. said on morals and principles, for modern man, right? Absolute right, absolute wrong, they're now a matter of the majority, right? So it depends on what the majority is doing. The man had no shame and no integrity. And when we can see he's gained so much for trading in his morals and his principles, so he no longer has to do that. So now who we're talking to is different. But like I said, I do understand that 21 Savage just wants to move shit along with these young rich entrepreneurs. I can't be mad at that. We can have long discussions once again about vloggers and integrity, but we know where that goes.
Exactly. Nowhere.
Nah, because he doesn't have any. And
But
now he does. So he
may I
knew
say
that.
something, sir?
Absolutely. Please.
Well, for one, he said he's not a street dude, but he involved himself in street shit. You see what I'm saying? You can't play both sides of the fence. You can't. You know what I'm saying? That's like saying, oh, I'm a God-fearing man, and then I go do a drive-by today. And then tomorrow I'm a God-fearing man. You see what I'm saying? You can't play both sides of the fence, bro. Plain and
It's a
simple.
lot different than that guy on the battlefield with the camera.
Yes.
How he should be able to, you know, move around freely. You don't really need to target that person. You know, they just there to film. It's much different than that. That's why I said, you know, to say, yeah, I'm a coward. If you do something to me, you a coward.
He can't hide that though. I mean, you can't hide behind that. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing, is like, it's not about whether anybody can do something to you, because we don't want anything to happen to you. That's not the point. You shouldn't have to pay in blood for simple mistakes. Like but that's where his mind goes. His mind goes there because of his guilt. His guilt says that he probably to himself deserves such a horrible punishment for things that he said. You know, I heard him say some horrible things about people, young people in Chicago, that we have had protests and shit about when other people said it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like using the word nigga. Okay. This is a lot different. So, I mean, Hillary Clinton used the word super predator. His were a lot worse than that about the people of Chicago dealing with what they dealt with. And ultimately he did I don't know. I didn't know. But you're rich now. So what is it that you can do? And that's why I like that Meek Mill at some point. And I'm saying all of this stuff because I just want to make it clear. Because the internet was all over Meek Mill saying he yelled and all this kind of stuff. And why are they trying to jump academics and stuff like that? Look, these are conversations that need to be had, because obviously, you know, it is what it is. And sometimes some people seem like they shouldn't be the person to say it, but it has to be said. And if no one else says it, then maybe sometimes it's going to be a person that isn't necessarily a perfect person. But you can't excuse the words. It's true. It really needs to be talked about. And he should be in some of these communities with some of that money, doing things to change what he ultimately got money off of and talked hella shit about. He talked hella shit about these people. And once again, according to these artists, hadn't he said certain things, certain people would still be alive. And that's the accountability that I think some of them were looking for. But 21 Savage was basically saying, you're not going to get that. So let's just move forward. I don't know. What you think, DJ Inch High? Should everybody just move forward? It's the past. People make mistakes.
People make mistakes, yeah, but you somehow or another you got to pay for your mistakes. Karma is a motherfucker, and what you put out there is what you get out.
Amen to that.
Luck, do you think that he should be in some of these communities where he used to get rich? Do you think that?
Most definitely. Most definitely, bro. I mean, he owes. It's kind of like this. The fans make you. You see what I'm saying? And people forget that. You know, if people get successful off of other people, you got to give back something, bro. You got to give back something. And I ain't talking about a $20 bill to 8 kids for 8 bottles of water. I'm just saying that you need to give back because these people have given to you in one way, form, or fashion. You see what I'm saying? If you're a musician and you're rich because your album sells, that means people bought your shit. If you're an actor and you're a multi-millionaire, that means people went and saw your films.
Woo! We're going to talk more about that exactly and precisely in a moment. Goodness gracious, it's Motivation Monday. Thank you for being with us.
The race is on!
Great times, y'all. Checking the chat. Look at that. Facts, Big Luck. Facts. 100. That's for sure. I'm definitely in agreement. It's time, y'all, for rhyme and reason. Let's do it. Now I've got a conundrum wrapped inside of a paradox for you guys.
Wonderful.
Let's unfold it and see how wrinkled it is. Snoop Dogg, Triple OG from the LBC says that
21 Street
213 DOGG. I am in agreement as well with okay, I'll come back to that. I don't want to lose my thought. Snoop said WAP is too much, y'all. And artists need to reel that shit back. Okay. Really? Snoop said, y'all need to reel. I'm serious.
Wow.
Have you heard?
That's too much.
My God. Really?
Snoop said,
I'm shut up.
Because the next generation of young girls will be affected by the example set by the homie Cardi B and the homie Megan Thee Stallion. Big Snoop is on fire, okay, for the obvious WAP, which fucking pales heavily in comparison to it. Ain't no fun if the homies can't have none in so many ways. Which is probably one of the lighter songs on the Doggy Style album. Oh man, you gotta love Big Snoop DOGG.
No, my nigga, I don't. No, not on that one. And I'm a Snoop Dogg fan. I don't understand it. Did this nigga dip his weed in some sherm and smoked it with Martha Stewart around this motherfucker? What the fuck? Has anybody listened to the Doggy Style album? Has anybody listened to the Chronic 2001? I just want to fuck bad bitches. You know what I'm saying? How many bitches and hoes he done told to gobble the dick? Come on, bro. That's so fucking hypocritical.
Snoop,
that's so fucking hypocritical. They grew up listening to your music.
Gang bangs.
Yeah, all that shit, bro. That's fucking hypocritical, bro.
Let me tell you something.
Man. You gotta do better than that, brother. You gotta do better than that, brother. You do. You gotta do better than that, man. You can't, criticize somebody for making their money and doing their shit when you did the same thing.
Right.
When you did the same shit, bro. You talked about all of it, though. You talked about everything from selling drugs to fucking bitches to, you know what I'm saying, to dumping motherfuckers out to selling your soul to the devil. Come on, bro.
Man.
You can't go there.
Murder was the case that they gave me.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Hey, I'm so mad I want to do it, and I can't do it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw Akademiks the fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here. Gone.
I can't throw out the OG.
Yeah, we can't throw out
somebody.
Snoop, bro, but we can't throw Snoop out, but he wrong. Snoop is wrong for that, bro.
Let me tell you exactly why, though. Beyond the fact that we love Bill Double G.
Yeah, that man
His
wrong
credit,
for that, bro.
To Snoop's credit, he did say that when he was young, he'd have probably been on the remix, but now he's older. He loves that they are expressing themselves. Mind you, Snoop nowadays is definitely for the women. He definitely wanted to make that.
Okay.
That's what he said. Come on, man.
Come on now. For real though.
Then bitch should never come out of his mouth ever again.
Never.
Never. Bitch should never come out of his mouth ever again.
I think Tupac did a good job of explaining why sometimes that word is used with certain purposes. I don't know. I think now, definitely now, we would be in a space where Tupac will probably say even that song has become archaic. Okay. Things do become outdated. They do. And
yeah, bro, but
for a long time, I stopped using a lot of words in my music. So I do understand the progression. Look, he thinks that the space that we're in now
oh shit. Oh shit.
The space that we are in now, Snoop said. The gang banging, the drug dealing, the WAP type material, he says, now should be on pause. Oh, come on, Inch. 21 Savage would say, the past is the past. We on a new page of history. And this is what Snoop is trying to say. Like I said in the last segment, can a great leader also be flawed and contradictory if the words they spill are true and needed?
I mean, say that again.
Can a great leader also be flawed and ultimately contradictory if the words they spill stand true and are needed?
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Their actions, not their words. I could tell you all day that I'm gonna do a backflip, which is a fucking lie.
Until you do it.
But it's the action that you attempt. It's the action that you attempt to make your point valid. So if you're not making the action to prove and to make your point valid, then it's nothing but words. And I can't follow a person who just got words. I need to see some action behind what they're talking about.
But you
can't give me the shit. Can I follow a hypocrite? Can I follow a hypocrite? No.
We don't follow men, right?
Yes.
What we follow is great direction. So the question with following words also deals with who's saying the words, oftentimes. But even a person who is completely down and out, homeless, has nothing in the world, might be able to tell you how to get rich. And it sounds funny, but it does not mean that they can't carry that kind of information. Maybe they have issues that prevent them from doing those things, such as maybe a drug addiction or a history that they just can't seem to shake, but they have these keys. And that's the reason why I asked that question, is because I don't think there will ever be. I think that's the reason why you have certain ideas all throughout the world in different cultures that kind of represent a perfect person that existed in some point in time in history. And sometimes even fictional stories that are told to incite in you certain things, like the alchemist, right? These things kind of represent, in a sense, maybe the idea that a perfect person may not exist, but the words that came from a person who was considered perfect, whether real or, like I said, fictitious, the words are there and they do the actions that they say if you follow them, right? Ray Charles' mom in the Ray Charles movie, for instance, you know, tough, strong woman, you know, she gave Ray Charles all the keys, probably that a lot of caring parents may never have given him, like how you told your story earlier today about a person who refused to give to you, but also inspired within you the ability to fly, the ability to escape. So, you know, is it possible that Snoop is right and wrong? Woo-hoo-wee. Look, I seen your hand go up.
I mean, I can't even be mad at what you said, bro. You know, I'm not even mad, you know. And maybe people do change, but what I'm saying is it could have been a better approach.
It definitely, I agree with you. No,
we could have approached that a little bit better. Sometimes you think before you speak.
Yeah. I think his approach was horrible because, you know, I would definitely cover a little bit of my history before introducing such advice.
Yes, because it ain't no fun if you can't have none.
I'll be like, yeah, I do have this one song, much like WAP, that is called Wasting All the Time, that we could be fucking. But since then, I haven't even cursed in a song. You know what I'm saying? Or something, you know. You gotta,
but you're not telling people that they're wrong for having wet ass pussy. You're not telling them they're wrong for doing that.
Right. But
you're
I'm
not wrong for doing that.
What if,
you know what I'm saying?
That was the case?
You know,
Snoop got a daughter.
Yeah, but that's the point. If he didn't have a daughter and he had nothing but sons, would he still think that way?
Boom.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. There's been a lot of recent things with Snoop, but we don't do snitch yet on this show. You go look for it for yourself. I don't want to talk about
Damn Skip.
What goes on in the dark.
Stays in the dark with us. This is a non-snitching show. We don't not snitch on this show.
It's Motivational Monday. We got to keep it popping, y'all.
The race is on.
So this one a little heavy for rhyme and reason. And Lil Wayne, you know, I talk about Lil Wayne. Let me tell you before I even go into this, right? I like Weezy music, you know what I'm saying, and all that. I can't sit here and co-sign. I don't give a damn who you are. I'm not co-signing, right? Things that are treacherous, that are backwards, backsliding, and cause us to digress in mass. And I want to go into that a little bit, if y'all will have me. So, like recently, Lil Wayne, he's been making a lot of moves following some earlier fucking questionable and dubious public displays. You know, we all seen it. They seem to all now be connected, right? As the fog clears and we can see what he's been seeing, right? And preparing for in the distance now. Okay. We see he got the gun charge. He's been doing the podcast. He did the Trump photo op. He sold his masters for 9 figures. I've said in the past that artists usually do that kind of stuff the opposite way. They buy their masters. They don't sell what they own. But I guess Weezy has been trying to assure his master, you know, not his masters, his future through his masters, that it'll be a free future and a bright one. Okay. Sometimes people do things for themselves, and you can be mad at that. You know, that's a big point that I wanted to make real quick. You can be mad at that. And I'm going to tell you why. Right. Because that is a hell of a conversation to have. A lot of times I say you can't be mad at that on the show. Big Luck be like, shit. Ah!
Watch me.
I'm mad. And I agree. Some things you should be mad at. But we all agree, you know, you can't be mad at progression and progressing, right? So, look, doing things for yourself. When Hitler's political campaign jumped off, it was contentious with words and that type of shit early on. You can go and do the history if you don't know. It ended in Holocaust, my boy. Okay. A lot of people, from politicians to some house slaves, turncoats in war. There's been a lot of those in history. Traitors to their countries and traitors to their religions. Have destroyed families, countries even, right? Changed the fucking world forever in an almost permanent, reverberating, oftentimes in the worst way, right? So whatever happened because of these things continues on for hundreds of years. It all begins with words. Words turn into actions, right? Support turns into actions. You got all kind of people out in the street. We're not going to talk about it on this episode, but people out there burning church stuff, churches and shit like that right now. You know, it's been in the news. You can go check it out. But this is like, there were people in Africa, the Americas, and the world all over that did for themselves against their integrity. We talked about that, morals and principles, right? Mm-hmm. And gave way to Africans being enslaved and slaughtered, innocent families, destroyed, gang wars that have continued for over 50, 60 years, right? Behind like some teenagers' pride to see thousands and thousands upon people's lives ruined, right? Mm-hmm. With origins in like this child mind, behind like a girlfriend that he couldn't bear to lose, right? We're talking about integrity, pride, gave no fucks to how many lives would be subsequently lost because he couldn't deal with for himself the heartbreak. He couldn't deal with it alone. There are billions of these stories, right? Every decade, every day. Happens all the time. It's all like selfish, ego-driven shit. So what's real to me is family, right? Right or wrong. If I'm
Right.
wrong, it's a long ass discussion.
Right on.
No, you're right, bro. You're right.
You know, if I'm right, it's short. You know, there's like a wise selfish, you know, and there's a foolish selfish, I think. I think if you have to cut other people off to progress, but it's, you know, that's a different kind of selfish, right? Than the foolish, short-sighted one where, you know, let me break down wise selfish first. So being wise selfish means taking a broader kind of view, right? And recognizing that our own long-term individual interest lies in the welfare of everyone. Dalai Lama said that, in case you wonder. If you don't like the way crooked police get down, COs, you know, people be in prison, they'll tell you, you know, up to the heads of government, right? If you don't like that shit, right, then you recognize something disgusting that you couldn't possibly be cool with having within yourself. If you know what a real one is, then you know a best friend, shit like that, you know. You recognize a relationship that exists without self-interest. And it's one of the best things that you know in this world. So you can be mad at shit like that, where Wayne does shit for self-interest. He goes and does these photo ops, whatever type of shit. It affects a lot of people's lives in the long term. In the short term, he get out of jail, you know. And they say, hey, you got to do what you got to do. Well, if doing what you got to do is you fucked up and you need to do what you got to do as far as not fucking everybody else and taking your own, you see what I'm saying? Punishment. That's different. You know, self-interest. This shit is crazy, y'all. So his masters, right? Because the masters aren't the ones paying them royalties. It's us, the listeners. We pay their bills. Dave Chappelle knows this well, right? What did he say about his show? He said, don't watch it. Right. Because I'm not getting paid for it. He has to be the master of his shit. You see what I'm saying? Weezy pled guilty so he could get out of jail, pay his way out, sold his masters, did a bunch of shit that, in my opinion, affects a lot of people's lives for himself. So they'll probably use that money to build a fucking extra prison ward or some shit.
Yeah, we have somebody in the chat.
Let's hear. That's the private chat.
Oh, yeah. We definitely don't want to know about that.
But I want to end with this. So there's no malice, right? Lil Wayne didn't commit any crimes. So I hope that he does not go to prison. I really do. I really do. That's how I want to end that. But I hope you do think about some of the things that I said about self-interest on this Motivational Monday.
No doubt.
You guys have anything to add on that?
No, I just think you're right. I think you're right.
Hit everything on the nail, bro. Nothing more to be said.
When you see like heavy self-interest at the cost of like your community's movement away from subjugation by those that feel money or social status has given them liberties, they've completely forgotten who is truly responsible for the position that they're in. It's us. How you gonna sell us out? We pay your bills. They
Real
just
shit.
The ones that collect the money and give you a piece of it.
Real shit.
So that's just something to consider when it comes to self-interest. You can be mad at that.
I'm already mad.
And on that note, y'all, unless someone else has a motivational story, I think we'll be on our way out. How y'all feel?
Motivated.
Yeah, I think we showed love to our people tonight. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's enough said. You know, just know that we love y'all, and we hope that whatever we said, you know, can motivate you and to motivate somebody else.
Facts.
One thing I gotta say is don't take everything to heart. You know, turn a negative into positive. Turn a negative into a positive, and think about the things you can do to make things better for you and others.
Facts. Thank y'all for kicking it with us. Woo! On this Motivational Monday. Hope to see y'all on Wicked Wednesday. We are here Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Subscribe. Bing, hit the bell.
Ding, ding.
That's how you get the notification. Cheers, y'all. The whole time I had eggnog and Grand Marnier in my cup. So, you know, just throwing it out there. And while we throwing that out there,
H2O.
throwing your ass out there too.